I've been thinking about how to approach my channel moving forward because I love creating art, but lately, if not for a long time, my channel has been mostly focused on drawing different subject matters. I filmed this way before we had our daughter, and I thought it would be cool to film an after we had our daughter and mix it. Currently, I'm considering if I should do blogs about my thought process and creativity and the importance of nurturing creativity with life beyond the pen and the paper or tablet and the computer. This is one of the things that I enjoy the most about Buenos Aires, that you can walk everywhere or take the public transit around the city without much trouble. Which brings me to the subject of this video. Life experiences are the thing that nurture and feed the art. Whether it be painting, designing, sculpting, creating, music, it doesn't really matter. All around the city, there are plazas and parks with awesome green areas where you can go to relax and pass the time. So, as I was saying, the life experiences we have fuel the creative process and give insights, ideas, etc. I was told this a couple of times by different teachers when I was still studying, but now with more years on me and more life experiences, successes and disappointments, it does really stand true the fact that creativity needs space and leisure to renew, and boredom even in some instances. I've been thinking of ways to expand my channel, and maybe doing these weekly blogs on different subjects might be an interesting way to approach it. Sort of like an editorial note on a newspaper, in lines to where I stand at this moment and where my mind is at currently. This spot that we visited during the video is awesome. It's a long walk for us, but it feels worth it really. And Max loves it. Gets to smell all that he wants and to stretch his legs. There are lots of cafes and restaurants all around for different price points and budgets that people enjoy every day, but during the weekends is where it really picks up. Going back to the subject at hand, if you're a creative person and you feel stuck on a creative rut, as they call it, or you feel the need to master creativity, going for a walk does really actually help. Who knew that physical activity helps the creative process? Shocker, right? This last time when we went with our daughter, we took a different route, but it was sort of the same trip. I can only describe having a daughter as the most mind bending and transformative experience of my life. We feel very blessed to have her, and she seems to enjoy our small excursion with an acute interest in her furry brother. The most challenging part, I think, is carrying the stroller, given that not all the sidewalks are at the best conditions. But overall, it was a nice trip. On the first part of the blog, we were with colder weathers, but now it's summer here and it can get to around 35 to 40 centigrades. Luckily for us, this day we had some good temperatures. On the way there, we found this Parroquia Basilica San Antonio de Padua, which was an interesting find. I didn't know it was there, so it has a really interesting architecture. Once we got to the plaza, we did stop for a little bit so that we could replenish and rehydrate because the weather was getting to us a bit. And after we went and explored around the plaza because they have a market during the weekends or some weekends where they have handmade products, or at least they seem to be. Every time I've been to this plaza, I really enjoy myself. There's a lot of space and spots where you can just sit down and enjoy your time there. It reminds me of some areas of Caracas, my city originally, where they have sort of the same vibe. So I find familiarity on this place. Something that we haven't been able to work out is that our dog, when we go for a walk with him, if we stop, he doesn't want to stop. He just wants to keep on moving. So whenever we stop for whatever reason, just to sit down or whatever, drink water, you name it, he just starts like to whimper, and we haven't been able to understand how to help him with that. And it seems to be that he wants us to continue walking, basically. So if you already follow me and you've seen my videos, such as my video about drawing with a pen, for example, that I leave right here, or you're new, please let me know down in the comments if this blog seems like a cool idea, or if you think I should make a separate channel just for blogs. I'm curious about what you, as the audience, thinks while I write these thoughts onto my computer. So creativity. Creativity for me is the mental bandwidth we allow in our minds to play, to think what if, to kick batch different things together to come up with new fresh things, usually by chance but also by discipline. If you set yourself space, whether it be a time slot during your day or a physical space like a studio or a small spot in your bedroom, you can make strides towards your goal by setting a boundary like if I sit on my desk, I have to write something. Doesn't matter if it's a paragraph, a couple pages. After a few sessions of this, you'll build momentum and be in a completely different spot. For example, I'm a super introverted person, and really I don't think that is by choice, but by nature of my life experiences. So I decided that I needed to do other things to grow my channel and improve on that introversion or resistance. I have to put myself out there. Paradoxical, right? If you're watching this, it's because I put it on the internet already. But this has been one of my greatest struggles, really. I wanted to be an artist so that my work would speak for me, not me do the talking. But since then, I realized that it's a mix of both. The work, on one hand, and being better or at least decent at communicating your point across. So I started to do live streams of the drawings I was making for social media, and now I'm at stream number 43 in my streaming journey. It's nerve wracking and exhilarating every time, for me at least, because I'm not that used to it and I'm putting myself out there. But in order to pursue what we love, we must fight for it. I gotta say, I've been based in Buenos Aires for quite some time here, and I love it. Argentina is a wonderful place, and we feel fortunate to be able to call it home at the moment. And now, with a little porteña, as they call it here, as a daughter, now even more so. So, thanks Argentina for so much. Apologies for making my content in English. It's just the way I set up my channel. So if you enjoy the video or feel you got something from it and you would like to see more of my point of view on things or learn about drawing and creativity, consider a follow. It's completely free for you and it helps me continue to pursue what I love doing. Also, if you have the time, comment weekly blog or different channel about what I was mentioning in the beginning of the video. Here are my other socials if you want to check them out and a video that YouTube thinks you would like. Until next time, bye.